Hi, today we're going to talk about RightStart money games. I'm your host, I'm Kathleen Cotter Lawler, and we're going to talk today on these money games that were developed by Dr. Joan A. Cotter. So let's first look at money. Money is an application of arithmetic, which a lot of times people don't think of it that way. You need to have your arithmetic in order to understand money. Money helps you practice your arithmetic. And virtually all children find money very interesting. It's not complicated, but it does take practice. The children will need to know how to count by 5s and 10s before they start with this. And then the way we're going to do this is we're going to play games, not worksheets. Far more fun. So why games? Because games are to math like books are to reading. Games provide the instant feedback. Games provide interesting repetition that's needed for automatic responses in a social setting. So we're having fun together. And more importantly, games provide an application for the new information that the children are learning. That's why we want to use games with math, just like we use books to learn how to read. We're going to use games, not worksheets, not flashcards, but games. All the games we're going to talk about here today are taken from the Math Card Games book. So these money games that we're going to talk about are a chapter within the Math Card Games book. So the first game we're going to look at is Simple Money War. Our purpose for this game is to provide practice in comparing the relative values of coins. And we need 2 people. It's a war game. Remember how to play war? You lay down 2 cards. Whoever has the higher one takes it. So we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to do it with money. Our goal is to capture all the cards. Now, some kids get distressed if they end up with no cards. You know, they're just not comfortable with the losing. So sometimes people will play just for a length of time, or maybe for 1 or 2 rounds. Or again, you can play till one person scoops up all the cards from the other. I have played games where someone's been down to 1 or 2 cards, and in the end, they win. So let's look at this game. I've got the card decks broken into 2 equal piles. So I've got 2 children playing here, and each lays down 1 card. One lays down this one, which we know is a nickel worth 5 cents, or a penny worth 1 cent. So which is more? It'd be the nickel. So that person's going to scoop those cards up. Next one. Now this one I kind of put in here because I thought this was interesting, because a lot of times children think that the bigger coin has more value, when in fact the dime, 10 cents, of course, is worth more than the nickel, 5 cents. So the person with the dime is going to take this hand. Here we have a war with 2 quarters. We're each going to lay down extra cards, and now who takes it? It'd be the person with the 50-cent coin or the $50. We can expand this game to a full money war. Our purpose here is to practice adding the value of 2 coins. Again, because it's a war game, we're going to have 2 children, and our goal is to capture all the cards. So each person's going to lay down 2 cards. So the first person has 2 dimes worth 20 cents. The other one has a quarter and a penny worth 26 cents. So of course the 26 cents is going to take it. Here we have 50 cents on one side and 55 cents on the other. Let's look at another game. This one's called Make 16 Cents, because at this point now the kids are getting comfortable with what the coins mean and how to work with them. So let's apply this and provide some practice for finding the correct coins to form 16 cents. We can use 2 to 4 children can play this, and we're just going to use the pennies, nickels, and dimes with this game. Our goal is to collect the most cards. So each person's going to have 2 cards. Now I'm just going to show one because it makes life a little bit easier. But let's just say the first card we lay down is a dime, 10 cents. Where can I put this next card? 5 cents. So I'm going to put it in the same row. Now I have 15 cents in that row. Next card. I can't lay this next card on that first row because that's going to go over 16 cents. So I'm going to start a new row with that. Next card, where can I put this? Now I could put it on the second row. It's going to give me 6 cents. But why don't I put it up on the top row And that gives me 16 cents right there, and I can take the whole row. My next card's a penny, so where could I put that? I could put it down here. I could start a new row, but we may as well go here. 5 cents. I'm going to put it here. So now my total is 11 cents. So what do I need to make 16 cents in this row now? Another 5 cents or another nickel. So now I've got a penny. I could put it on the top row, or I could put it on the second row, which means now I'm going to have more cards because I'm going to need to have 5 pennies in order to make 16 cents. Of course, you can play variations of this game and make it 27 cents or 54 cents or whatever number you want. Start with an easier one before we get into the more complex numbers. Which brings me to the next game called Make the Amount. So our purpose here is to use the fewest coins possible to make an amount. We're going to have 2 players. We're going to give each player 2 half dollars, 4 quarters, 7 dimes, 4 nickels, and 7 pennies. And we're going to use the fewest coins again to make an amount. So in order to find the amount, we're going to use an assortment of 12 to 15 multiplication cards. So we've got some numbers that we're going to be aiming towards. And our goal is to have the most points. So here I've chosen the number 36 with my multiplication cards, 36. How am I going to make that amount? Well, I could use a quarter. So this is 25, 35, and 36 cents. Another game building on this skill is called Race to the Amount. And here we're going to practice making the amount as quick as possible using as few coins as possible. 2 to 4 people can play, and our goal is to have the most point. 1 point is awarded to the first player to make the amount correctly. So this, now we've got a race to use the least number of cards. So quickly, how can I do 46? Well, hopefully you're saying a quarter, dime, another dime, and a penny, 25, 35, 45, 46. What if I have 81? How are you going to do that? Well, a lot of you are thinking 75, 80, 81. The last game we're going to look at is called Counting Money. This game, we're going to learn to count larger groups of coins. Again, 2 players. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide the deck evenly, but we don't know who has what cards. And when we add up, each person's going to add up their cards, and they should total $6 by the time we're done, unless a card has been lost or misplaced somewhere along the line. So here I've got the card deck broken evenly into 2 piles. So let's look at this top pile and figure out how many coins are in there. So I could do it by sorting out the coins. So here I've got 3 half dollars, which would be $1.50, 3 quarters, 75 cents, 7 dimes, 70 cents, and I've got 5 nickels, 25 cents, and 7 pennies, 7 cents. Add this all up, $3.27. Now, another way to do it, this is probably how I would do it, is I would start to look for dollars. So these 2 make $1. So now I've got 50 cents and 2 quarters, makes another $1. So now I'm at $2. Here's another quarter. This makes 30 cents, 40, 50, and 5 more dimes is going to make $3. And now I'm going to take the rest of my cards. I've got 10, 20, 5, 6, 7. So I've grouped them, and I can see I've got $3.27. It doesn't matter which way the child does it. There's multiple ways to do it. So I came up with $3.27. My friend came up with $2.72. We added these together and came up with $6. So with money, we want to use games, not worksheets, because games provide an application for the new information that the children are learning, whether it be about money or arithmetic. But money is an application of arithmetic. So it's a fun way for them also to practice their arithmetic. And as we talked about, games provide an interesting repetition that's needed for those automatic responses. It builds familiarity for them. We have these games available in a money games kit that you can purchase. This is just one chapter of the math card games book. So this math card games kit with the book and the cards and abacus, this has addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, clocks, and money in here. This is just a carve out of the one chapter on money. Thank you everybody for your time. I hope this gave you some ideas on playing money games with your children. Have a great day. Bye-bye.